Hey guys, Stacy Weisenberger here, and today I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about traction marketing and how to pull people into your market and things like that. But first, let's go back a little ways. We have been in the industry for about 3.5 years, and since we've been in, social media has changed tremendously for building your network marketing business. There has been this crazy evolution, and things that used to work years ago do not work at all now because of the way that the algorithm works on Facebook and Instagram and things like that. So years back, I wanted to find a way for my team to understand how to pull people into their story, how to pull people into their adventure. And we kind of coined something that we've always called my 5 things for our team. And when I say that, basically when someone comes into the business and we are mentoring them and training them and teaching them, immediately we talk to them about coining what their 5 things are in life. And what do I mean when I say that? So super simple. 5 things about you that are very consistent, 5 things that you are passionate about, 5 things that you are interested in, 5 things that gets your, the blood in your heart pumping, 5 things that drive you crazy, 5 things that people identify you with, 5 things that absolutely positively, hands down, you think about all the time, and that is going to look different for absolutely everybody. That is the beauty of this industry. That is the beauty of building your business on social media. The main tool, the number one tool that you have to be successful in this business is you. And if you're using attraction marketing, that is the secret. You want to pull people into your story, pull people into your adventure, and make them feel like they want to, they need to be a part of who you are and what you're doing, and they are actually excited about every single thing that you're excited about. And that is truly the secret to building a successful business using attraction marketing on social media. So let's talk about what that looks like. Now, for instance, like I said, every single human being is going to have a different 5 to 7 to 10 things, whatever they might be. And for me, I'll give you some of my examples, but you guys can't run off and say, okay, I'm gonna just use all those, because they have to be genuine to you. And it might take you a little while to come up with those things, that basis. But I can suggest that you ask family, you ask friends, you can even put out, a question on your social media asking people, when you think of me, what are the first things that you think of? How would you describe me? And you would be shocked how closely people pay attention. You'll know that you've coined your 5 things when people start tagging you in posts about those 5 things or sending you messages about those 5 things. So for me, for instance, just to give you guys some examples, I am crazy about tacos. Anything Mexican food, but tacos are my jam. They have always been my jam. This is not something that I picked up to become a network marketer professional or anything like that. I have always loved tacos. I don't care what kind of taco it is. I love it. I love making tacos. I love creating tacos. I love food in general, but tacos are my jam. And you guys, for the past, probably 10 years, people have been, sending things to me on social media and saying, here, look at this. Isn't this funny? Look at that taco costume. Here's a taco hat. Here's a taco picture. Look at this funny taco meme. And so that is kind of where we started with developing this idea of your 5 things. And then to dig a little bit deeper, and I'll share a very short story with you guys. I know we try to keep these a little bit short, but a few years ago when I first started in network marketing, I was very, very new to Instagram. It was not something that I even felt comfortable using. I was just trying to soak up all the knowledge that I could. I never really understood initially why people were so crazy about Instagram, because I couldn't wrap my head around just connecting with people's pictures. But I did it because I was teachable and I was trainable. I jumped into Instagram, and one of my 5 things all the way back then also was bubble baths. I love bubble baths. I call them bubble tubs. It is in my DNA. It is just something about me. They relax me. They calm me down. I love bubble tubs. And so I used to just post on Facebook and copy over to Instagram years ago. And in doing so, one of my repeated things, my repeated themes, was my legs in a bubble bath. And for those of you guys that have any clue who I am, I still do that on a regular basis. But I was posting on Instagram and I was adding all these followers because, Instagram too used to be entirely different. And I would follow and follow and follow all these people. And I went to a birthday party, or I think it might have been a baby shower from one of our girlfriends. And we were at the birthday party and everybody's getting food and presents and we're playing all these games. And this guy clear walks up to me from across the room. I've never met him before. He's one of my friends' or something. And he says, "You are the bathtub lady." And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, we're friends on Instagram. I follow you. You are the one that loves bubble baths. And I was a little taken aback. At first I was a little like, whoa, that is crazy. But in that moment I had an epiphany that, holy cow, social media is powerful. My impact is powerful because if you can remember a simple stranger that at the time was very heavily filtered before I felt comfortable in my own skin, that was posting pictures of bubble baths, that was life to me. So at that point in time I had, bubble baths and I had tacos, and obviously I'm a mom to 3 incredible crazy boys, and so they have always been one of my 5 things. I absolutely love posting about my family, whether it's about our crazy moments or our loving moments or memories or sweet photos, whatever it is. My kids are definitely one of my 5 things. But you guys, over this period of 3.5 years, I have evolved as a human being. So sometimes I have new 5 things that I add in. I absolutely love cooking. I've always loved cooking. We used to own a restaurant. That is also something that is just ingrained in me. So I have always posted recipes. Before I was in network marketing, I actually had a recipe page. And I have an Instant Pot one now. And so I love to cook. I love to cook with my husband. I love to cook with my kids. I love to be creative in the kitchen. That has always been one of my 5 things. I am obsessed. Growing up in Wisconsin, I am obsessed with nature. I am obsessed with the Arizona landscape. I've been here almost 20 years off and on, and it's still amazing to me when I wake up in the morning and I look over my back wall, over my pool, and I see the mountain sunrises. And it's such an incredible thing. So I'm obsessed with sunrises and sunsets. I take incredible pictures, you guys. Filter your pictures when you take them of like nature and things like that. You'd be shocked how dramatic you can actually make your pictures. But I'm obsessed with like cacti and desert blossoming plants and things like that. So I do a lot of that and pull people into my adventure that way. There's a million things I can give you guys. Personal development is a huge thing for me. So I share that all the time. I bring people into my adventure. I read from personal development books. I talk about, things that I've been through, struggles that I've been through. Overcoming grief and loss has been a big part of my journey. It's been a big part of bringing people in on my adventure because sometimes people just need somebody to cheer them on. So I would say just being inspiring and being able to talk about hard things is also one of my 5 things. So I'm just trying to give you guys examples of what I use personally to bring people into my adventure. You want to be exciting. And here's the thing, let's be really real, okay? I know most of you guys are gonna watch this video and you're gonna say, I am boring. I'm a mom or a dad. I go to work every day. I come home and I don't do anything. You guys, so was I. I am now a 41-year-old mom of 3. I have a boy in high school, one in middle school, one in grade school. We are bananas. Our life is so boring. My husband and I do this full time now. Our life is so boring. The secret to being the person that brings people into their adventure on social media, the secret to pulling people into your 5 things and inspiring people to have to be a part of what you do is to make every single thing exciting. It doesn't matter what it is, just I can make doing the dishes the most exciting moment on the face of the earth. I can make, my kid giving me a hard time the most relatable thing on the face of the earth, because there are other moms out there who want to literally drive off and drive away forever because of Fortnite. You know what I mean? Like, there are a million ways that you can relate to your audience, but you need to make it exciting. When you use big, exciting words, when you don't abuse, use a couple emojis that are, strategically placed, you bring people in. They understand the emotion that you're feeling. That's why when you post on social media, on Facebook, and you use an actual feeling, like feeling excited, it gets people in that mode. So when they read that post, they're already feeling that emotion with you. So that said, I really, truly, when I teach my team at least, when you are posting on social media, you want to be consistent posting about your 5 things or 7 things or 13 things, whatever they are, but you want to give people a feeling of consistency so that they build trust in you, so that they know what to expect from you, so that they know that, this is your jam, and when they think of something, it reminds them of you. You want to make sure that when you are posting on social media, and I tell everybody to kind of do a self-check, there is no reason whatsoever. We should never, ever, ever be posting just to post, sharing things all the time, fluff posts, things that don't mean something to you, because anybody can spam. Anybody can be that person. But if you're posting things, try to take into account What is the reason that you're posting on your Facebook timeline or Instagram, whatever, wherever you guys want to take this? I'm old school, so I still am very much Facebook, but does your post engage, entertain, encourage, educate, inform, inspire, intrigue, or edify? If it doesn't do one of those things, there's probably not a reason to post it. Because reality is it is still your personal Facebook, yes, absolutely, but you're now using it to build your business. And if you are really serious about working to build your business and get paid like a business, then you want to take those things into account because people have eyes and they see everything. I don't just spam my page with Thrive all day, every day. I have an identity outside of Thrive and people know me for that. And so I think that that is such an incredible way to simplify, especially for those people, if you have never, ever, ever done anything like this before, you know, it might take you just a little bit of time, but it's really, really easy to duplicate, to teach people, find your 5 things. And from there you'll grow because once you find out your 5 things too, there's probably a really good chance that you're gonna discover other whys. Why are you in this business in the first place? What are you looking to accomplish? What is driving you every single day when we hear those no's and all that type of thing? So I think that's all I've got for you guys. I'm gonna go over those words again. If they don't engage, entertain, encourage, educate, edify, inform, inspire, or intrigue people, there's probably no reason to post it. That is kind of our job as professional network marketers. And just the number one thing, my girl Katie Stu always says this, and you know, it is something that has really, really been a common theme for us over the past few years of network marketing. Your main thing is to go out there and just be a good friend. Be a good human, listen to people, build relationships with people, get to know people, love on people. Sometimes that requires a little bit of vulnerability, opening up and letting people get to know who you are so that you can bring them into your story. They need to be able to relate with you. One thing that Derek and I teach very much is that we, years ago when we first started in this industry, and even before that, because you guys, I did daycare in my house for 17 years. I was on social media a lot already during nap time, whatever. One thing that I've learned is that, you know, back then we used to be in like an entertainment stage, an age of information where people wanted information. They used social media to get information out, whether the bus was gonna be late or they broke up with their boyfriend or whatever the situation was. It was an age of information with, you know, all of the internet and things like that. We now live in an entirely different culture as far as social media goes, and it really is kind of like a voyeur. As gross as that sounds, as crazy as that sounds, that's kind of the age of technology that we live in. People want to be able to see you. They want to be able to connect with you. They want to be able to feel your emotion. They want to be able to feel your passion. It's okay to talk about things that get you rattled. It's okay not to be okay. As long as you can turn things around and keep it from being Debbie Downer, people relate with imperfection. I didn't have to go and turn on crazy filters for this video because you can relate with me because I'm human. I have some wrinkles, you know what I mean? I'm 41 years old. That's what happens. But people want to know that you have something in common with them. That, you know, not everything is sunshine and daisies and rainbows all the time, but that you are a positive person and you're inspiring and you enlighten people and, you know, you don't blow out other people's candles to make your own burn brighter. So that's my jam. I hope you guys have a super, super awesome day, and I hope that you guys learned a little bit from me.